What's up, guys? Thanks so much for tuning in to Game Show Maniacs. It's your girl, HonestLee, and I'm, of course, joined by.
CliffyJay.
Now, today we're going to be doing our Big Brother 27 draft. We're each going to draft 8 players, and we will be bringing back our Big Brother leaderboard.
And as long as they incorporate the three nominees format, we are going to be using the exact same formula as we used for last season. Like this. All right, let's get it.
Now, without further ado, now that we got you guys all up to speed, let's get into the draft.
So, honestly, since you are picking first, who are you going to be picking?
The first person that I'm going to draft on my team is Adrian. I really did like Adrian from his preseason interview. He seemed a little bit nervous. I can tell he was probably like jittery from, being the DR, but I like his game plan. He seems like he's smart. He seems like he's got a few different plans and some skill sets that's going to make sure he could possibly be the next winner of the Big Brother. So, we'll see. I hope I did a good pick.
Yeah, that's a decent pick. That's a decent pick. I look at him as one of those that could overplay. And for my number one draft pick, I'm gonna pick Zach. And he's someone I'm pretty confident about coming into the game. He is my winner pick. And he is someone that I also trust to put me some points on the board in the competitions and things like that.
I think he's a really great choice, and I really do like Zach. But I think he's more of like a high variance player where, like he even said, his game style, he could be going out early with that game style. So the next person that I'm going to be picking on my team, it's not that I think that they're going to necessarily win, but they seem like a great person. So they possibly could, but they're going to help me with my comp wins. So I got to make sure to get points on the board.
Smart.
So I'm going with the very handsome Keanu.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. I like that pick. That wasn't who I was gonna pick, but that's a good pick for sure. And with my second pick, I'm gonna go ahead and scoop up this girl because I feel like she is very athletic and she's gonna be well rounded. She has all of her options open. She can showmance it. She can do whatever she wants in this game. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with Morgan.
For spot number 3, I'm going to keep up my current flow of going with different males. And the next male that I'm going to pick is somebody that is probably not high on a lot of people's list, but I have faith in this guy, and I'm hoping that he can win for his archetype because I feel like they don't always win. They're kind of high variance. So I'm gonna go with my boy Vince, excuse me.
Okay, all right. That actually is a pretty freaking good pick, and he was one I was kind of thinking like, dang, do I want to snag him up now that we're doing it like this? Not now that we're doing it like this because this isn't like a ranking. Like, but yeah, no, that was a good pick for sure. And my third pick in a draft, I feel like she's scooping up all the guys, so I gotta grab one, just so I can be safe and make sure I got a couple. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with Isaiah. I feel like he's a really good pick. I think that he has a good aura for the game. I think that he's gonna have the natural traits of people that are usually pretty good and usually have some deep runs. The only thing that puts a tad bit of fear in my heart for someone like him is the fact that in these more recent seasons, it's like at least one person of his archetype gets sent home early. You know what I mean? You had Travis, you had like like a Daniel. I don't know if you really can count Daniel in the archetype, but like a Daniel. You feel me? You also had a Matt. Like in the more recent seasons, we've been seeing one of those. Jag was supposed to go home. We've been seeing those, big physical guys that are likable, that are headstrong, that are well rounded in their thought process, be going home early. You feel me? So I think he has a lot of potential, but at the same time, he could, be one of those pre jury boots.
I can totally understand where you're coming from. Now, for me, as you can see, I chose mostly men first because I honestly feel like a man's going to win this season. I don't think a woman's going to win. I think it's going to be more male dominated.
Fair.
And actually, don't get mad at me, ladies, but I am actually excited for it. I would not be mad if these guys do dominate and there's like a final 5 or 6 of dudes, like the Meat Brigade or something.
See, now, I don't want a meat brigade at all on Big Brother, especially when I watch live feeds. I don't want a meat brigade, but I definitely wouldn't mind like 3 guys or 4 guys in the end where it's only like 2 girls, But we need Morgan, and another one of these girls needs to be at the end. I'll just say that.
Hmm. The next person that I'll be selecting for team, honestly, this was a really tough decision for me for this spot because with my like list, there is 2 people I'm having a tough time deciding on who is going to do better. So I am going to go ahead and I'm just going to snag Jimmy. I think Jimmy has a really good personality. He's really likable. I think he's going to be good at competitions when he needs to. Like maybe he can be like a baby Michael or like a wannabe Michael. And also, I feel like he also could be with the girls. Like if the girls can succeed in doing like a girls alliance, he can be like the chemo that gets to be with the girls and shit like that. So I'm gonna go with Jimmy because he could be in a pretty safe spot, but you never know.
Yeah, nah, Jimmy is definitely a good pick. I will say this. When you said that a guy's gonna win the season, I definitely had just went to agree. And then I thought about my rankings. And though I am picking a guy to win the season, the rest of my top people are like women. So I will say that maybe I don't think the guys are that strong on this cast. But I just think the strongest guys are really like top tier. They got a lot of potential to traverse even with the women. I think Jimmy is actually one of those people. I would say that. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick Ashley. I think that she's gonna be really well rounded. She reminds me of a lot of the recent winners. You know what I mean? She has a similar background to X. Midwest. She a lawyer or is she a I think something. I think she's a
Yes,
lawyer.
she's a lawyer, pageant queen. She's
Right,
done a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
different
She's
shit.
Taylor. She's
Yeah,
she's she's Taylor and Xavier put together, and that equals a winner. So I do think she has a lot of potential to be the best player on the cast. I just don't think they're gonna let someone of her archetype win again. Because she's extremely similar to a lot of the previous winners. So yeah, nah. But I do think she'll have a really good season and probably be the best player.
I completely can second that. I don't think that they're gonna let, no offense, but another black person win.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys sure?
This close in
Like
time.
I truly do not believe she's going to win again, especially after Chelsea just kicked their
And
asses and played a perfect game. They're not going to let that happen. Sorry.
yeah, and it's not gonna even be like it's not even an offensive thing. It's like literally, dude, if this is the archetypes that have won recently, they're gonna be the most threatening archetype.
Right.
That's
Just
just
like
simple as that.
Kyle was
They're gonna
being
be the
racist,
most
but
threatening
he was worried
archetype.
about the cookout because they
Because
did
of the
just
cookout,
dominate.
yeah, recently, yeah. He was worried about black people getting together with non-black people because none of them are white. And then yeah, but okay, at the end of the day, I got Ashley on my team.
Yeah. Now, even though I went on my little rant, my next player that I'm going to draft is Mickey.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mickey She's really pretty, first off. I love
Yes.
that she's like a girl's girl. She's really girly. Like she said, I'm finna be slaying people in pink. Like, damn right. Show them how it's done. I think since she's an event coordinator, she might be good at kind of like having good social skills and communication with people. And then she also did ROTC, so maybe she's got a little bit of a physical side to her that might be able to be, threatening. So I definitely have a little bit of faith in Mickey. She's, right in the middle. So we'll see.
Yeah, no, definitely agree with everything you said about Mickey, especially the beginning. She's definitely in my top two. You know what I'm saying? She's in my top two most attractive females on the cast for sure. So we're about to get to this next pick. And with my next pick, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Lauren. I think that, she's she's a gorgeous girl, yeah. No, okay, I can't let that be the reason I'm picking her. No, the reason I'm picking Lauren is because she's really competitive. She's massively competitive, right? And I have a, feeling she just reminds me of MJ. She reminds me of MJ
She's
all around the
MJ.
board, country, what I'm saying, Southern Belle, very competitive. And on top of the fact that, she might have a little issue with the loyalty, she might be a little too loyal. She might be a little naive. She does give that little vibe. She might be a little naive, but I do think that, and she also gives that vibe that she's gonna be thinking that she's like more mature than she is. 'Cause that's what MJ was doing the whole time. MJ was always thinking that people thought she was mature. Nobody thinks you're mature, bro. This shit is crazy. But yeah, what you gotta say if you got to say?
I definitely think she is a MJ-esque player. And since she's not on my team, I hope she's not good at challenges like MJ was.
Okay. All right. Were you about to pick Lauren?
Possibly.
Oh, okay.
All right, for my next pick, going to Team HonestLee, I am going to go with someone who I kind of feel like I'm getting like Claire vibes. So hopefully she can be good at challenges like Claire, and be like not so smart for the people I have ahead like Claire was. So I'm gonna go ahead and draft Miss Kelly. I know she's, been around the world, so maybe she's like good with different cultures and different groups of people. So I'm really excited to see what she can do. Welcome to Honest Lee's team.
And my next pick, I'm gonna go ahead and go with one of the older players. I was deciding between the two, but I'm gonna go with Amy because I think that as a woman, she'll be able to gather up some women, have a little women's alliance, and probably make the jury just based off of that, and be able to maybe win a comp or two just based off of longevity in the game.
Yeah, I think Amy, she wants to be Mama Bear. So if she can actually successfully do that, she might do well. The next player on my team, I actually did want to go ahead and select my boy Riley Jeffries. I think Riley had a great spunky like personality, and I really like that, he's just here to have fun with life and everything. And I think anytime you're secluded, it's really nice to have that in the house. So he could be, that happy place that everybody wants. And Cowboys do pretty good on Big Brother sometimes when it comes to those challenges and those vetoes. So we'll be able to see how he can do.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see what Bro can pull out on this. And my next pick is Will or Clifton Williams. Will. I'll be picking Will. I said I want the old cats to put me in that position if one of them does have an Angela-esque run or whatever run you want to bring up of an old person, right? I got them on my team, and that's why I got both of them. I picked them up, and hopefully they're not just both pre-jury boots. Hopefully we can have a season where both the old folks get to the end, they dominate or something like that. But yeah, I'm thinking we can get a challenge run from at least one of them.
The last person coming onto Team Honestly to round us out is Miss Ava. Now, I did see that she got some hate online and they say she was a bully or she was mean or something. So I thought that was super funny and that makes me a little bit nervous. But I think Ava seems like she's, a pretty cool girl. Like she said, my boyfriends couldn't be on here, or anybody I'd like couldn't be on here because they can't pass the background check. Okay. So you can tell she's on some, get crazy, have a crazy night out type shit, probably.
I don't know what about that is cool, but okay, okay. She's a really cool girl.
She's
She
wild.
likes criminals, but okay, all right. But yeah, I think that the Italian chick, because that's what she is as of right now, because that's what she wants to be. The Italian chick is gonna do pretty good. At getting herself kicked off the show. All right, no, I gotta be serious. I'm gonna be serious. No more trolling. All right. On a serious note, guys, I think that Ava will not do very good in the Big Brother house. I think she just has a disagreeable personality. I think it's going to be very easy for people to be rubbed the wrong way by her and for her to be rubbed the wrong way by other people. And she's not going to bite her tongue. And we could be seeing a lot of argument. I ain't going to try to do an Italian accent. But honest, like, I'm already been trying to be serious. But this is just hilarious to talk about this girl. Because she is mean, it seems like. And she is, definitely... I just think maybe she could be like a female Tucker. All right, we gotta stop trolling. We gotta stop trolling. Let's get to this last one. I don't even really got a pick, but this is my last pick. And you know what's crazy? This is who I would have picked out of the two, out of the last two options. So we both got who we wanted here. For the first time in the whole game, we both got who we wanted. Not just me.
Our first picks. I think everybody picked who they wanted with their first pick.
Obviously, that's why it was a funny joke, because you literally had the first pick. But no. Obviously, Catherine is definitely doesn't look like it's someone that I wanted on my team. And no, I don't think she's gonna do the greatest in the game. This is what I said in my video, and I will say this. I think that she's gonna be the one out of all the people on the cast to get blindsided really bad. Like, it's gonna probably even be the one that's like for no reason, the random blindside of the season. I think it's gonna be her. I think out of all the people, it's gonna be her. She's gonna be the one that trusts people too much. Out of all of them, I think it's gonna be her. And
she see that she's
gonna happen to her.
Getting saved, going through a few votes, not going home, and it's gonna be bye, Catherine.
And she's gonna be thinking she's really in with the alliance. It's probably gonna be like with a really strong guy, a really strong girl, thinking she's really their road dog and they're road dogs in the alliance. Like, yeah, it's over for her. It's over. We're gonna be seeing, even if she don't get blindsided, she's gonna be the one that gets blindsided. She's gonna be the one that watched like her man ally going home, and everybody else is just gonna be knowing. She ain't gonna be knowing. She's gonna be crying like. Yeah, no, it's gonna be crazy, bro. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing from her, obviously. But I do think that she has a better chance than Ava. I think Ava is a pre-jury boot if I ever seen one. So yeah, that is the end of the rankings.
Yeah, that's gonna round out both of our teams. HonestLee versus CliffyJay.
Yep.
Please let us know whose team do you guys think is the best, and who do you guys think will even win? We don't have a lot of facts, so everything's just guessing, and we're just having some fun.
Yep.
Now, upcoming with the new Big Brother season, I do want to make sure to let you guys know to stay tuned for my live feed updates. I will be making sure that we get at least 2 to 3 live feed updates a week. That way you guys will be in the loop. I'll be able to give you the scoop. As always, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for my next video.
And make sure y'all push the notification bell so you can be notified every time she drops a new lit banger. I'm here, so peace.